Hello everybody, welcome to a no-holds-barred vintage cube draft. This format is absolutely broken, although this pack is only okay. No really good threats. I'm looking primarily at the blue cards, Spell Pierce, Counterspell, and Time Twister. I do really like having cheap counter magic in this format. I'm kind of tempted to just take Time Twister though. It's a good build around card. It's very, very broken with Shieldred, Orcish Bowmaster, Hull Breacher, that sort of thing. And if you take it early, you can build with that in mind. Yeah, I'll take this over the counter magic. Close pick. Here we could take Daze. We could take Dismember. I'm not too interested in any of the other cards. I think I'll take Daze and just cut blue a little bit. Yeah, Daze is also just a very good card. Now we see some Lens. Treachery's okay, but not that exciting. Let's just take a Scalding Tarn here. Nice pickup for sure. And then I would prefer for this to be blue-black, ideally, with Shieldred and Orcish Bowmasters. We'll see what we get, of course. Those are not easy cards to come by. Seeing more of blue-white available. I know we just passed a Hallowed Fountain. Could just take this, though, and go blue-white. Could take Mox Diamond as well, which is good with Time Twister. I mean, blue-white just is not a good Time Twister color combination. It's not a bad color combination overall, but if I was on the blue-white plan, I would have wanted it to have taken Spell Pierce over the Time Twister for sure. I think I'm gonna take the Mox Diamond and just lean more towards the broken stuff. I'll regret that if we see like Seasoned Dungeoneer here, but that's not super likely. Okay, there's the Undercity Sewers. Like I mentioned, I would prefer to be blue-black of any color combination here, so I think that will be the pick. Yeah, I mean, not interested in like a Temple Garden. These red cards are good. We could go blue-red, like take Flame Slash and be more of a blue-red tempo deck, but I'm gonna go for the high upside pick and try to find that Hull Breacher. Medium pack here. I'm not too interested in Spar's Headquarters. That does open up some splash colors, but nothing that really works well with what we have right now. So I think I'll just take Bitter Triumph. Excellent interactive card if we're playing blue-black. It's 2 mana, destroyed a Planeswalker at instant speed is excellent. Whoa, Teferi and Swords of Plowshares now. That's the sort of thing that makes you wish you were playing white. Huh. Swords of Plowshares is probably better. Yeah, I guess I'll take Swords of Plowshares, I think, over Teferi. So it feels bad to pass that to Teferi, but now we see Palace Jailer. So white's super open. I will take that and move towards that. But now I officially wish that I had taken the, Hallowed Fountain Tundra. Yeah, seeing super late Palace Jailer is definitely a signal. White's open. We could be Esper, just like Esper Control with some Monarch Initiative stuff. Time Twister may or may not make the cut in that build. There's Elegant Parlor. Could also go Jeskai. Or take the Staff of the Storyteller. I'll take the Staff. It's not good yet, but there's a lot of things that make it good. I do think white is fairly open. So yeah, we'll do this. Could end up being like Esper with Lingering Souls. I do think that white pivot is good. Hopefully we can wheel one of the white fetchable lands that we passed earlier on, the Hallowed Fountain and the Tundra. Okay, so I don't think Otari is where we want to be. The mana is a little tough. We can take Usher of the Fallen though and pivot maybe more towards like an aggressive deck. Like take Felia here. I think Felia is a bit better than Copter. Copter's great, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Felia. Now we can take Brazen Borrower and be like blue-white tempo. But again, we pass all these lands, which could come back to bite us. But yeah, I mean, we're looking like a pretty good Monarch-style deck now. Daze looks amazing here. So if I'd known the way this would go, I would have wanted like Spell Pierce over Time Twister, the blue-white lands over the blue-black lands, and then just be like a blue-white tempo deck, which looks really good. I still think we're in a solid spot, but I'm worried about the fixing. Zurin Orb, not a very good card. Yeah, having missed out on both of the blue-white lands there is pretty painful. And someone obviously also took the 3 mana Teferi, so Blue-white is not not like open. Blue and white might individually be open, but blue-white is not. I think I'm gonna take the Misty Rainforest here. Jace is fine. Talisman's fine, but yeah, the fixing is gonna be a problem in this draft, so gonna go for that. Ooh, there's a Ragavan. I don't think that's the pick here, though. I'm honestly tempted to take Scrubland and just set up to actually have a really good Esper mana base. Could also take Reprieve. The blue cards are all fine, but I think we can wheel one of them. Maybe it is Reprieve, actually. It's like lean into the Flash game plan. Yeah, I'll take that. Good pickup. And now I can take Vermand. Sure. Ajani's good too, but less good when you're not playing red, which I don't think we are. But a lot of permission now, which I like. Still worried about the lack of fixing. Okay, kind of a big decision point here. Are we playing black? Because there's a lot of good black stuff in this pack with Vindicate, Limdol's Vault, and then Passageway Seer. I think I'm going to take the Seer. This is, I really want more initiative cards. And then we do just try to play black. We have a pretty good black splash already. Our white fixing is bad. But with Passageway Seer and Palace Jailer, we can lean into this theme a little bit more. I think that's where we want to be, over like Elspeth. Okay, do we want Ponder or No More Lies? I'm leaning towards taking the No More Lies, actually. We have a bunch of 2-mana counter magic already, which is in general good. Like, I want to have more so that I can just always be holding up interaction. Ponder's fine, but it's not essential, and we might be able to wheel one of the blue cards here. Yeah, I'll take the No More Lies. This is also looking like a deck that would want more 2-mana instant speed threats. Orcish Bowmasters would be amazing, but also just like Cathar Commando. I'm not really interested in a 2-mana sorcery speed play like Tidehollow Sculler. Comet, it would be good, but it's pretty tough on the mana. I don't think we want Voltaic Key. I could just take Thought Scour, which doesn't do that much, but is fine. And I guess I'll take the Sculler. Not thrilled about it, though. Might not end up making the cut in the main deck. Pretty easy Baleful Mastery now. That's a great pickup. My removal is a little bit lacking at this point, and this helps a lot with that. Now we see a lot of black cards. Do we want to take From the Catacombs or Dam? I think I'll actually take From the Catacombs. Yeah, that makes the Thought Scour a really good card, too. Oh, wait. Did we not take Thought Scour? Bummer. But yeah, From the Catacombs is good if we are playing black, which it looks like we are. Using this to bring back Passageway Seer and getting double initiative trigger is pretty strong. Airtie Resurrected versus Infernal Grasp, kind of close. I think I'm going to take the Airtie, though, as good as Infernal Grasp is, because Airtie is so good to flicker with Philia and also like reanimate From the Catacombs. Just like I want to have creatures in a Monarch-style game. Do need some more cheap removal, though. Nice. We wheel the Scrubland. That's a great late pickup. So our fixing for blue-black is pretty good now. Or just for, and white too. Specifically blue-white is not great, though. I think Tidehollow Sculler likely is going to make the cut here. Is Unearth any good? Not really. So I'll take Deep Cavern Bat. Vindicate now over Limdol's Vault. Or, I mean, all these cards are fine, but I think Vindicate is the best. Alright, this is looking pretty good now. The fixing is still a bit dicey, but I like everything else about this deck. I guess more 1-drops would be good too. Either 1-mana removal spells or 1-mana threats, like Mother of Runes. Don't think we're ever playing Cabal Ritual. Firebolt could be a card we play if we somehow end up in red. Alright, pack 3. We see Thoughtseize, Preordain, Underground Sea, Concealed Courtyard. Thoughtseize is the most powerful spell, but I think I want to take Underground Sea. We have so many spells, and our fixing is still kind of weak. Yeah, it is a little close, but I'm going to take the Underground Sea. Now I'll take Marsh Flats. Fixing is starting to come together. Dreams of Steel and Oil would be good too, but yeah, let's take this. 3 fetches that can find Underground Sea. and Undercity Sewers. So the blue-black is looking great. It might just be a deck where we have like a lot of basic planes and then good blue-black fixing. Another interesting pack where we could just solidify the mana base even further. Duress would be good. Lurrus I don't think we want because I do want to be able to play Palace Jailer and Passageway Seer. Calculated Apparition would be good as well, but honestly I think I'm just going to solidify the mana base more. And again, this becomes even better when we have Surveil Land. It can find all three of our colors. Just really nice pickup. Good pack here. I think I'm going to take the Lingering Souls. Jace could potentially be playable, and Talisman could be good as well, but Lingering Souls is really, really nice when we can cast all the sides of it, and it also makes the tokens for Staff, although Staff is looking a little dicey. We might not play this if it's just Souls and Staff. This is good with Felia too, though, and Usher of the Fallen, so we'll see. Phenomenal late pickup here with the Fatal Push. With 4 fetch lands that can find an untapped black source, it'll be very easy to trigger Revolt. This will just essentially be 1 mana, instant speed, kill any creature. This is likely going to be a 17 lander, so we need 2 more spells. I don't think anything in the sideboard is really a legitimate consideration. Ooh. Baleful Strix versus Shadowy Backstreet is close. I do really like having a second Surveil Land with all these fetches. Baleful Strix is great, though. It's a very strong card. Is there any chance it comes around? Probably not. There's actually more of a chance that Shadowy Backstreet comes around. Yeah, and just like a 1/1 Flying Death Touch when you have Monarch and Initiative is, I think, too important. So I'll take the Strix, make sure we get it. Now I'm going to take Kaito, which I think is a little bit better than Shurikai in this build. Parallax Wave is also a good consideration. Maybe it actually, yeah, let's take the Parallax Wave. That's a really kind of a perfect pickup for this deck. I don't think we're playing Brain Surge. I'll take the Rogran Triome. It is a blue-white fetch. Actually, yeah, Rogran Triome is just pretty good. Blue-white fetchable land. It gives us a second tapped land, which is not too bad, especially with our curve looking like it does currently. Now we can take a Concealed Courtyard over Hard Evidence. Good pickup. March of Otherworldly Light, another good pickup. Brennan 6 is funnily close here with all these fetches. I'm not going to take it though, so it becomes Skyclave versus Odawara. Skyclave Apparition is good. It is very good. But I think I actually am still going to take the Odawara because just we have so many good spells. Upgrading the mana base is nice. Take this and not play it. Take this and not play it in the main deck. The card we're really hoping to find is the black-white fetchable land. Nice. We get there. Shadowy Backstreet on the wheel. So do we just want to play this with 16 lands, or do we want to try to make one cut? Mox Diamond is a little dicey in a 16 land deck. And we don't have that many 1-drops. Yeah, I think we do need a 17th land. So what are we cutting then? Shurikai, wow. It's kind of an interesting card that I might want to try to play. One option is to cut these 2 creatures and just go more instant speed on turn 2. I think I'm just going to go with a lower curve, though. You know what? We have good enough fixing. I think I'm just going to go 16. So this gives us for white 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's great. For black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's great. And for blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this deck looks sweet. Esper Monarch, or Esper Initiative. We have 3 cards that do Monarch or Initiative, and then we're pairing that up with a bunch of cheap tempo plays and counter magic and removal and whatnot. Wouldn't mind a little bit more cheap spot removal, but I guess we have Swords, Push, March, and Bitter Triumph, so it's not the worst. Deck looks sweet. See you in round 1. Alas, we have lost the draw, or lost the die roll, so we're on the draw for game 1. But we have all our colors, solid hand, no turn 1 play. But I still definitely think this is a keep. All right, that's turn 1 play if we need it. I don't want to have days, especially with a tapped land. Feels like a big moment in the game already. If they don't make a relevant play here, then I think we're very favored. Bloodtithe Harvester, I'm not really counting that as a relevant play. I'm not going to do anything about that. Just play land and pass with the reprieve up. And the plan is to reprieve their play into Tidehollow Skull if they have something good. We can pretty safely take a couple hits for 3. Robber of the Rich. Go back to your hand. Now I think I am going to play the Sculler. Ooh, nice draw. So we can fetch a blue-black land, Fatal Push, also with Daze Up if we need it. Okay, so I'm going to try to bait them into playing Chandra here by taking the Chandra, and then I bet they'll go end of turn Unholy Heat. Kill this, which I'm fine with. Let that resolve. And then they'll jam Chandra, which we can daze. It is going to put us back 1 land. That's okay, though. And I will fire off the Fatal Push on this Bloodtithe Harvester. Their hand is FOMO, Robber of the Rich, and an unknown card. Would love to find a 3-mana play. Undercity Sewers, that's fine. Opponent respects our play, that's always nice to see. Ooh, good draw. Yeah, let's just flash back the Lingering Souls, past turn. And the next turn we can just get the Palace Jailer down. Robber of the Rich doesn't do anything. Fear of Missing Out doesn't do that much either. I think I will just trade Robber of the Rich for both of the spirits. They flip Ophelia off the top. That's not too scary though. If they play Ophelia, we can Palace Jailer it, and then we'll get back the Ophelia if they take the Monarchy. They could also be deciding if they want to use a... Okay, yeah, they just play Ophelia. This all goes through. We'll go land, Palace Jailer. So do they have a hasty creature? If they have like a Glorybringer, this could be a little dicey. This feels like a big moment though, because if we get to untap and play Deep Cavern Pat and hold up Baleful Mastery to protect the Monarchy, it'll be really hard for them to take it back. And it looks like they're not a combo deck. This will just be a game of who can be the Monarch for the longest, I think. Fear of Missing Out, okay. They discard a creature. They do have Delirium once they crack this fetch land, so that's something to be aware of. There's a Skull Clamp, okay. From the Catacombs. Interesting, interesting. I think I'm going to hold off on that for 1 turn. And play Deep Cavern Bat. Then we can play Usher of the Fallen and Baleful Mastery this, which will let them draw a card, but I think that's okay. So we'll just pass. I guess, so we should have maybe Baleful Mastery first. Also tapped poorly, so a few slight missequencing. Do I just want to trade Fear of Missing Out with Usher of the Fallen? That lets them draw 2 cards. But then we get to keep Baleful Mastery for something down the line. Seems a little bit more important. I think I'm actually just going to block and let this trade go through. They get to draw 2 cards. Not amazing. I think this is still a winning situation for us. Ballista, that can kill the Deep Cavern Bat. Okay, so let's just play Parallax Wave now. This buys us a ton of time. Gonna crack this for Basic Island. They should kill the Deep Cavern Bat in response, probably. And now we have Normalize and Baleful Mastery up, and we can from the Catacombs, and we're just going to be snowballing value this game. And like, they have Skull Clamps, also snowballing value, but I think Monarch plus Initiative will win that. So we'll see if they want to discard a card here. They do. Detective's Phoenix is kind of annoying. I'm just going to take this out now. Inquisition of Kozilek, that's also annoying. I guess they don't hit my most important cards, but they get to take the Strix. I can from the Catacombs their Detective's Phoenix if I want to just get rid of it. Don't think that's too important though. I'm more likely to just take like Robber of the Rich even, or Fear of Missing Out. I'm just going to Baleful Mastery this end of turn. It does give them a card, but getting this exiled for good seems pretty nice. I wasn't sure how that would work. That's interesting that they do get to gain life there. So Parallax Wave is going to drop down. Let's hit for 2. I'm going to bring back Tide Hollow Sculler. Actually, Deep Cavern Bat. I think a flyer. Wait. Yeah, let's bring back Deep Cavern Bat. Grab that Bitter Triumph. Play out the Strix. Pass turn, draw our Monarch card. We still have from the Catacombs to bring back more stuff. So looking pretty good. I don't want to say it's over. We don't have much pressure, I guess. That's the problem. But the initiative will give us plenty of pressure. They cycle through a Fire Blast. And you can see, all right, sweet. So we're up a game against Mardu Aggro. I think this is probably a decent matchup. They're somewhat aggressive, though, so we need to be aware of that. Don't think we want, like, Shorikai. That's more of a slow matchup card, but also, they're not so fast we need Zurin Orb. Let's just run it back. This deck is sweet. Esper Tempo. Alright, good hand. I will keep it. If we play Shadowy Backstreet, means we have neither Daze nor Fatal Push up on turn 1. I think I will actually hold up Push. Sure. It's kind of good value for them because it gives them a nice thing to exile for their Phoenix down the road. Okay, gonna let this resolve, then Fatal Push it. And then I think I might just play Island to hold up Hardcast Daze because I don't really want to be bouncing this back to my hand. And I do think there's a very good chance we'll want to cast Daze this turn. And then if we can just trade down resources eventually from the Catacombs, we'll take over. Dark Ritual. Okay. And Inquisition. Also okay. 4 men left over. They can't take our Baleful Mastery, so if they have Shieldred, we have the answer. Yeah, this feels like a good position for us. I guess there's certain 3-mana threats they could have that would be bad, like if they have Lelia, but even then we just Baleful Mastery. Like this deals with pretty much anything they could be ramping into, and the downside is it's a 2-for-1, but they have 2-for-1 themselves on this Dark Ritual, so it's really not that bad. They do take the Daze into Shieldred. Oh. I think I'm just going to take 6 here, honestly. Well, no, because we can't play Lingering Souls next turn. Alright, let's take this out. It's kind of close, but I think it's worth it to just remove this. Pass back to ourselves. Don't have a white source still, unfortunately. I think I'm going to graveyard that. It wouldn't be the worst draw, but it's not that exciting either. Big turn here. Our shields are down. They don't do anything, though. I think I'm going to hold up Reprieve rather than playing Lingering Souls because I really want to find a land for this from the Catacombs. Then we can just put Oliphant into play. March of Otherworldly Light. Okay, still just going to pass. They have double black now, so if they have Shieldred, they can cast it. Alright, so definitely going to just reprieve this. Mox Diamond is a truly horrible draw. Oh, brutal. Alright, just cast Lingering Souls, I guess. They can replay the Shieldred, which we can answer with March of Otherworldly Light. Hopefully we just find a white source, though. Black source instead. I'm just going to march this main phase. Once again, just permanently exiling this is pretty nice, so they can't bring it back with any reanimation shenanigans. And I'm actually not going to attack here. There's an argument for attacking, but I think we win the long game. I'm not too worried about racing with damage. This is better if they have like Ragavan or anything of that nature. Okay, hoping for a white source. For Palace Jailer and Parallax Wave. We can also Mox Diamond. Sure. Yeah, so if any land actually gives us what we need. That is not any land. Okay, just gonna put some flyers into play. But the lack of white mana is really problematic this game. Yep, take 5 again. But once we kill this Voidwalker, then we're pretty much set because we have so many flyers that it's going to be very hard for them to ever get damage through, other than with Shadow. Sure. Okay. I'm just going to pass again, I guess. This is really not a rush. Very mana inefficient to go for the Swords to Plowshares here, but it is what we want to do. I'm very happy to trade this for 2 tokens if they offer it, which they don't. But we just don't care that much about the Detectives Phoenix or like most of their deck at this point. I mean, we're soft to Fire Covenant or Fiery Confluence. Okay. I am going to put Oliphant into play and grab a white source. And we can use this white source to draw off Staff of the Storyteller. Pass turn. Sure. I think it's pretty much over here. They just never have any attacks. We're going to be able to maintain this initiative. And we can, from the Catacombs, back their things if we really care. Draw another card. No More Lies is probably not going to be very good this game, but it could. I'm actually going to scry here. I don't care that much about the damage. Once again, I'm assuming I'm winning the long game. It's just a battle of resources. Okay, I'm going to do this, and then Mox Diamond to discard this land. Stash, make a treasure token, draw a card, still having No More Lies up. We draw another initiative card, pass turn, with No More Lies and Bitter Triumph up. Stomp my dude, okay. Shouldn't be too hard for us to deal with that. Untap, make a 4/1, then we can play Passageway Seer or Palace Jailer. Yeah, let's just play Palace Jailer. And I'll just pass with Remand, No More Lies up, and there's just no way we ever lose here. We have the Initiative and the Monarchy with tons of instant speed interaction. That should be enough to seal the deal, and our opponent agrees. Pretty solid start. I will see you in round 2. On the play for round 2, which is right where we want to be. And yeah, I'll keep this. Mox Diamond looking a little dicey here. I'm probably just not going to play it. Although maybe we just go for it. Accept the card disadvantage, play turn 1 Felia into turn 2 Deep Cavern Bat. Turn 1 Felia, it'll grow. We can start flickering Deep Cavern Bat immediately, and like we'll come 3/3, then a 4/4. It does mean we don't get to take something out of their hand though if they have something good on turn 1. I think I'm just gonna Deep Cavern Bat. Make sure they don't have anything too devastating. Let's take... Gotta be fast bond here. Yeah. Pass back. Hit for 1, pass, and then go for end of turn Felia. This pest infestation could be kind of annoying. I mean, it's going to take out our Mox Diamond, but that's not the end of the world. Alright, so jam Felia, untap, land. I think I'm going to swing with both and offer this trade. And I'm going to take out the pest infestation now. They should trade now. Yeah, they do. Then Felia comes back. And we take pest infestation. And I'm going to let them go for fast bond into time twister if they want to, which maybe looks a little weird, but we can March of Otherworldly Light, take out the fast bond, and then they give us a new hand, which is good for us. I mean, we need the action. So yeah, again, I'm like pretty okay with them playing time twister here. So do this, bye-bye fast bond, then this resolves. We can go for Surveil afterwards. Wow, that is a terrible backup hand. Pretty unfortunate. Zurin Orb, sure. So grab Shadowy Backstreet, Surveil, easy Graveyard, untap. Oh man. Strix, I'm going to hold the Palace Jailer for a little bit. Do we want to Vindicate a land here? I think we do. Take out the Urza Saga. Hit for 1 and pass. And now they're just kind of low on resources. They just drew a whole new hand, but they only have 3 mana. We're hoping they play creature and we can just cleanly Palace Jailer it. And with Palace Jailer plus Sword Splash Airs, we can protect the Monarchy pretty well. Springheart and Antuco, whatever. Do they have a fetch land as well, or just normal land? Just a basic forest, not too worried about that. Sure. So, I'm almost tempted to Palace Jailer the token and then Swords to Plowshares with Springheart and Antuco. Crop rotation, interesting. For Strip Mine, don't really care about that. Yeah, we're pretty flooded, so that doesn't actually do anything. Let's go land. I'm just going to take out the Springheart and Antuco. And then just try to make sure they don't become the Monarch again. Like, if they attack with these, I'll just happily trade Baleful Strix with both of their insects, and then we can save Swords of Plowshares for their next big threat. Usher of the Fallen looking pretty weak here, but I will cast it next turn. Really do not want to lose this Deep Cavern Pat because then making a bunch of 1/1s will be annoying in a Monarch game. 6. Okay. Likely just going to source a plowshare at that end of turn. I don't. It looks like they're trying to play Time Twister, but that doesn't work. You can only cast permanents with this. Yeah, they're realizing that they can't cast the Time Twister. We go end of turn, source plowshares on tap, and then we don't have that much action, but we're still the Monarch. And they only have 2 cards. Nice. Happy to see that. It doesn't do anything. Source plowshares, exile this, untap. Oh, they just concede. That seems a little preemptive, but I do think they were probably dead there. So they're playing some sort of weird base green land stack with fast bond. Don't think I'm going to make any changes here. Yeah, I don't think Shorikai is where we want to be. We want to be lower to the ground. Okay, solid hand. Turn 1, Usher of the Fallen, and then just make a token on turn 2. Sets us up well for an initiative game later when we play the Passageway Seer. Probably getting Scrubland with this Bloodstained Mire. I'm pretty sure we have Scrubland in our deck. Yep. Alright, drawing another basic island there is probably worst case scenario. Although it does mean we can save this Odawara as a bounce spell, potentially. Exploration into 2 lands here, presumably. Strip Mine, okay. And a map. So we'll hit them for 2, pass turn. Grab a black-white land, or the black-white surveil land, end of turn with this Marsh Flats. Sylvan is fine. So they can crack this map to get Urza's Saga, which will be a little bit annoying. Would be nice to find March of Otherworldly Light. Gonna graveyard this basic plains. Jeez, a lot of lands here. Oh, I missequenced there. Yeah, now we can't make a token. Not super important. That seems like it's probably good enough to keep. We'll pass. And then I'm expecting them to go for Saga and just start making some tokens. Oh, they sacked their Nurturing Peatland rather than going for the Saga. I guess they can still get Saga if they want to by cracking this map. Soul Guide Lantern, alright. We have just 5 lands in our graveyard. Just cracking that, trying to keep the cards flowing, find some action. Does seem like they should probably get Saga, but I guess they aren't that interested in Saga here. Retrofitter Foundry is annoying. That gives them good late game inevitability for finding, for just like putting a bunch of 1/1s into play and taking the initiative. I'm just going to trade this off with a Retrofitter Foundry token, which isn't great, but I think that is the line here. So block, I'll make another 1/1. And play Underground Sea and pass. Then we have Passageway Seer next turn to take the initiative if they don't have a flyer. Mox Jet, okay. Well, on the bright side, they've already gone through Mox Jet, Soul Guide Lantern, Retrofitter Foundry, and Expedition Map, so they might not have any more things to get with this Urza Saga. Let's see, 2 mana to make... Yeah, they're 1 mana short of being able to make a flyer, so I can play Passageway Seer, likely without them getting the mana, or being able to take the initiative from us. So let's go Island, Passageway Seer, and pass. Grab basic plain, so we have double white for Palace Jailer. There's definitely a lot of ways this could go poorly, though. It's worth... They do have double blue because of the Sylvan Caryatid, so Upheaval and Time Twister would both basically win the game. And we don't have much of a clock either. Luckily, they just drew a mountain. So I think I'm going to scry here. Looking for an answer to Retrofitter Foundry. Oh, nice. Those are both amazing. I think I'm going to go after... Let's see, I'll hold up Airtie Resurrect. Yeah, so we'll go March plus Airtie for this turn. So our Passageway Seer grows. Just going to march this now. Then they can sack the servo to make a flyer if they want to, or just make more ground bodies. Making more ground bodies would grow the construct, but still seems like a pretty good situation for us if that's what they're going for. So... What, are they going to make a 4/4 now? This doesn't really make sense. I feel like a 4/4 is worse than a 1/1 flyer here in this board, but maybe they clearly disagree. So that happens. Untap. I think I'm going to go for Otawara bouncing a construct here, most likely. We can bounce this construct and then try to trade with this one. Oh, no, that doesn't quite work, actually. Okay, yeah, let's do this. And then I'll block here, but I'm going to bounce the construct. And it's just about defending the initiative. I'm not worried about pressuring them quickly. Oh no, do they find Upheaval? Come on. That actually is brutal because we just tapped out of Airtie Resurrected. But they can definitely win if they have the Upheaval. Yeah, I should maybe just concede here. I mean, yeah, that's tough that they top decked Upheaval literally that turn. Maybe we were supposed to just block and just go to, like, hold Airtie Resurrected up for their entire turn. That seems a little too cautious, though. Like, obviously, with the fact that they happened to top deck it immediately, that would have been good. But it's not that likely that they top deck it immediately. It's not over. So we can stash. Go land. Exile this. Go to discard. Then we get to make a 4-1 next turn and maybe try to get some sort of cheesy win with that. They have fast bond, but that's a bit of a liability when their life total is so low. The problem is we're not playing red. We don't have burn in our deck. Yeah, I think that upheaval is just going to seal the deal there because we didn't hold up Airtie Resurrected through that turn. So they go to 6. Five. They can now make a Retrofitter Foundry token, though. Make a 4-1. Days, not very good. But I guess we can just block if we want to, and then just get thrown up to the top stage. That might be good. Just defend the initiative at all costs. If they were at 4, that would maybe be different, but they're not. And then we can vindicate their Retrofitter Foundry. They're also at exactly 5 life, so if we're able to ever get back through the dungeon and get back into Forge, that would be game. Alright, that trade goes through. I'd prefer for them to play spells rather than just go for Retrofitter Foundry. Nice. Bitter Triumph, also nice. Alright, so hopefully we can find Palace Jailer here. Nice, we do. So let's grab this, take out their 6. And then vindicate their Retrofitter Foundry. Maybe it's better just to hold mana up, actually. Yeah, I think that is better. So I'm going to play this. Surveil that to the graveyard. Pass. We're going to have to discard a card to hand size, and that's okay. Ooh, interesting draw. Let's discard. Days seems so unlikely to help us, but I still am going to hold it just in case. Discard the other land. Very interesting game. That doesn't do anything. And they just pass, okay. So end of turn, do we want to do anything? I think I'm just going to untap again. No more lands left, that's okay. If we drew an initiative card, we would have just won. Instead, let's play Island and pass. And next time we take the initiative, we win. So either we can just do that naturally, or we could top deck our reanimation card. We would need one more land for that. Every single other card in our hand is instant speed except for Sculler, so we'll discard Sculler. Alright, now we'll go for the block. And Fatal Push the other. They can sack it if they want to, that doesn't do anything. That also doesn't do anything. Looks like this trap is going to seal the deal. Oh wait, we're not there yet. Okay, so let's forge. Not that I even care about the counters, I just don't want to, yeah, and then we'll just pass again. I'm actually going to reprieve this. Oh wait, then we're tapped out of white mana. I think I'm still going to do it. I want to draw an extra card. Man, I was hoping to find a land even. Okay, so they do play it again. So we're going to go Bitter Triumph, pay 3 life. Yeah, Princess, too many answers. That makes sense when you have 7 cards in hand. But, yeah, I mean, that's the Monarch. The Monarch initiative just snowballs so much value. Very interesting game. I'm sure I made some inaccuracies. My opponent probably did as well. But at any rate, we are yet to drop a game, headed to the finals. Hopefully we can win a die roll and secure trophy number 7. We are on the draw for the finals, unfortunately, but with a very good hand. A lot of cheap interaction, all our colors. We can Swords to Plowshares if we must. I would prefer to grab a Surveil Land, though. I do actually want to just Swords this. So let's grab our Scrubland. Pretty nice just to have a clean 1 mana, no questions asked answer to that. Now we can play Island and pass with either Reprieve or Felia up. Could have also played Deep Cavern Bat. I think I would rather hold up interaction, though. Jam the Felia, untap. I think I'm going to put the shields down for a turn to play Staff. If they kill the Felia, that is kind of annoying. Okay. Okay, don't mind drawing an untapped land there so we can double spell. So let's play Scalding Tarn into No More Lies. Or into a Deep Cavern Bat. Gut and Fire Covenant. I guess I'll take the Gut. Pass turn, and then if they play Fire Covenant and we can reprieve it, that's a pretty nice exchange for us. They can sack their Bloodtithe Harvester to kill our Gut if they want, or our Deep Cavern Bat if they want to, and that would be fine. They do just go for that line. I will reprieve this first, and then No More Lies it next turn. Probably just going to play Plains out. Oh, okay, so now they might be able to get it through our No More Lies. That would be not ideal, but also Gut's not even that bad. It would be fine, but it just might mean that No More Lies is dead this game. And this is looking like the sort of game where having a card that becomes dead is quite bad, but we do in fact get to get this trade off. Cycle this. Hopefully find some gas. Do they have Orcish Bowmaster? Oh, no, they're just cycling as well. Alright, Surveil. That is awesome. I think I am going to graveyard it. There's an argument to keeping it, but I like being able to use the Staff of the Storyteller immediately. Okay, finding another land isn't great, but we're still able to get some board presence, draw some cards. Opponent passes. Tide Hollow Sculler, okay. So they have Fire Covenant, which they just play immediately. I'm okay with this exchange. Looks like their last card is just land, yep. So it's kind of a top deck battle. Seems like I would think we're favored in this position with a March of Otherworldly Light and also another Surveil here to start with some card selection. And a full graveyard, so if we find our initiative card, that'd be great. Okay, so this means we can't Surveil if we want to take this out immediately. Oh, well, we actually have to Surveil. That's fine. This card kind of is just weak, honestly. I think if I could return my own staff, I would keep it, but we can't. So we'll just do this, take 3. March this thing before they get to draw a card off of it. Airtight Resurrected is an interesting draw, but I'm still going to just march this now. So both players top decking. They have a little bit more life. I don't think that's too relevant. Namesticker Goblin is just a vanilla 2/2. This card's not that good. I get why it's in the format, but I don't think it's that impressive of a card. I'm fine just taking 2 for a couple turns. Alright, I'll cycle this. Wow, they just F6, so they lose their thing. Now we have Palace Jailer. I'm gonna let this resolve. I don't care that much about it. Weird game where we could just get milled. Don't really want to take 2. I think I'm actually going to Otawara this. Otawara is our least fungible answer. We do need to worry about just about getting milled, though. Yeah, I guess I'll just pass again. What do we have for win condition? I mean, we have our 2 initiative cards, which we have been totally unable to find. They're at 18 life. I think we just have to start getting aggressive here. Very annoying that we still have not found either of our initiative cards. I will play the Strix, even though I'm worried about running out of win conditions, or running out of time. Okay, we find the Seer eventually. Do we want to hold up double removal spell here? I think I will. There's From the Catacombs, which doesn't have anything amazing to bring back, but it does just let us speed up the initiative going through the dungeon. Okay, that's fine. So play a Johnny. Pass. I'm gonna go end of turn. Baleful Mastery on the Luris. Then untap. Forge onto Baleful Strix. Push is a nice one. We can almost just kill them, not quite. Let's just attack with everything. Alright, this all goes through. Let's... How do we want to do this best? Should be able to kill the next turn either way. Oh wait, we actually just win. Because we can take the initiative one more time by grabbing their Johnny. And this will put us into trap, which deals them exactly 5. Nice. So we take down Mardu Aggro in game 1. Should be another good matchup. Fire Covenant is a good one to know about, though. That card is a beating. They also have Pyrokinesis, so going wide with tokens could be a bit of a dicey plan. I think I'm still not going to cut all this stuff, but that is worth noting that that's not great. Let's just run it back. For a while there, I was worried about running out of win conditions, but we actually have quite a few. I mean, the initiative is a great win condition. We have 2 sources of that. We have 9 creatures plus lingering souls, so plenty of ways to actually close out the game, in addition to all of our counter magic and removal. The deck is just so solid. Like, good fixing, good removal, like, good threats. No one thing that's totally ridiculous, but just well-rounded and consistent. Just gonna be going for double surveil here, probably. Emperor of Bones, sure. So I'm going to grab Undercity Sewers and then just surveil again next turn. Ooh, nice value just to put that straight into the yard. I'll put that in the yard too. Back to back, nice value surveils. And a good exchange there where we trade 1 mana for 2. They get to Thoughtseize us, but our hand is pretty solid, like pretty resilient. A lot of our main threats are actually in the graveyard. They take the Swords to Plowshares, play Chromatic Star, then we get to just jam this Tidal Scholar, I think. Guess I'm actually taking the... Oh, wait, no. I'll take the Lurrus. They can use Chromatic Star with Lurrus pretty effectively. And then next turn, if we want to, we can just bring back their Emperor of Bones. That's kind of interesting. Does let us take the initiative. Ooh, Vindicate's a good one. Seems like that's probably going to be a little bit better. It does mean that... Well, yeah, we have the Lurrus on sort of locked down. Okay, so I'm going to Vindicate this. Attack for 2. There's no Monarch or Initiative yet, so I'm not, like, terrified of a random hit from some small creature. Sack that for white, okay. I think I'm just going to go for from the Catacombs here. On Emperor of Bones. Ha! and they concede. All right. That was a weird match, and honestly, just a kind of weird league, but a very smooth sailing league. We did not drop a single game, clean 6-0. This is kind of exactly what I want to be doing in this format. I mean, again, just to reiterate, having Monarch, Initiative. So 3 cards that just completely take over the game. And then to back that up, a bunch of cheap removal with Push, Swords, March, Baleful Mastery, Brazen Borrower, all that stuff. And then also a lot of cheap counter magic with Daze, Remand, Reprieve, No More Lies. That just gave us such good interaction paired with a really cheap, low curve, threats to take over the game, good fixing, just kind of doing everything. And we got good results. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.